Picture this: a bright-eyed, fresh out of college individual, ready to conquer the world. Yet, there's a weight on their shoulders, a constant worry, the heavy burden of student loans, and the relentless demands of living expenses. Imagine the anxiety, the sleepless nights, the seemingly insurmountable mountain of debt and expenses. You're probably thinking, how can anyone save money in such a situation? This was my reality a few years ago. I was that individual, caught in the whirlwind of adulting, with my finances spiraling out of control. The struggle was real, and the need to save money was not just a desire, but a necessity, a lifeline. The challenges were immense, the roadblocks daunting. But I knew that I had to make a change, a drastic one at that. That was me, a few years ago. I knew I had to do something drastic to change my situation. So, I set myself a goal: save $1,000. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But let me tell you, it wasn't. You see, the first step to saving money isn't about penny pinching or cutting out your favorite latte. It's about setting a clear and achievable goal. Think of it as your financial North Star, a beacon guiding you through the wilderness of everyday expenses and unexpected costs. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should aim for the moon. Keep your feet on the ground and your ambitions realistic. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. You're not trying to become a millionaire overnight. You're trying to save $1,000. And here's the thing about goals: they demand discipline and commitment. They require you to take a long, hard look at your spending habits and make some tough decisions. But that's the beauty of it. Once you've set your mind to something, the universe has a way of stepping aside and letting you through. So, don't be afraid to set that goal. Embrace it. Write it down, stick it on your fridge, make it your phone's wallpaper. Do whatever it takes to keep it front and center. Because the moment you commit to your goal, you're one step closer to achieving it. And that was it, my first step towards saving $1,000. I had my goal, now it was time to make a plan. Making a plan sounds easy, but it's more than just saying, I'll save this much every month. Creating a budget is the first step to making a plan. It's like a roadmap that guides you towards your financial goal. But how does one create a budget? It's simpler than you think. You start by listing down your income sources, then your expenses. It's crucial to be honest with yourself during this process. Don't leave out that daily latte or those weekly movie nights. Every penny counts. Once you've listed everything down, it's time to categorize. Divide your expenses into necessary and discretionary. Necessary expenses are those you can't avoid: rent, utilities, groceries. Discretionary expenses, on the other hand, are where you have some wiggle room. These include entertainment, dining out, and non-essential shopping. Now comes the fun part: cutting costs. This doesn't mean you have to give up everything you love. Maybe you can switch to a cheaper phone plan or start brewing your coffee at home. Remember, the goal is to save, not to strip away all joy from life. Prioritizing savings is another key aspect of making a plan. Before you spend your income on anything else, set aside a certain amount for savings. It's a simple concept known as paying yourself first. You work hard for your money, so make sure a part of it is always working towards your financial goals. Creating a budget also involves tracking your expenses. This helps you understand where your money is going and whether you're sticking to your plan. There are many apps available that can help you do this, or you can go old school with a pen and a notebook. Finally, remember to review and adjust your plan regularly. Life happens, and sometimes unexpected expenses come up. When they do, don't panic. Adjust your budget and continue on your path. With a clear plan in place, I was ready to take on the challenge. But the road to $1,000 was not an easy one. Now comes the hard part: sticking to the plan. It's easier said than done. You've got your budget, you've plotted your path, and now you're facing the mountain. The climb might seem steep, but trust me, it's climbable. Let's talk about the challenges you might face while sticking to this budget. First, there's the temptation to veer off course. That fancy new gadget, the sale at your favorite store, or a sudden urge for a fancy dinner out. These are the sly foxes that can sneak into your budget and wreak havoc. But fear not. There are ways to beat these budget busters. Setting up automatic transfers to your savings account is a great way to stay on track. It's like having a personal finance butler who diligently moves money into your savings account without you having to lift a finger. This way, a portion of your money is saved before you even get the chance to spend it. Rewarding yourself for reaching milestones is another effective strategy. Saving money doesn't have to feel like a punishment. It's an accomplishment. So, when you hit a milestone, say every $100, give yourself a small budget-friendly reward. It could be a movie night, a home spa day, or anything that makes you happy without breaking the bank. Staying motivated can be tough, especially when progress seems slow. But remember, every penny saved is a step closer to your goal. To keep your spirits up, visualize your goal. Whether it's a holiday, a new bike, or just the satisfaction of having a safety net, keep that image at the forefront of your mind. And finally, be patient with yourself. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will your savings. It's okay to have setbacks. What matters is that you get back on track and keep moving forward. Before you know it, you'll be standing at the peak of this mountain, looking down at how far you've come. You'll have not just saved money, but also cultivated discipline, resilience, and a sense of accomplishment. And before I knew it, I had saved my first $1,000. So, there you have it. My journey to saving $1,000. It's been quite the journey, hasn't it? We've traversed the terrain of financial discipline and planning, starting with the first step of acknowledging the need to save. Remember, saving isn't about depriving yourself, but about taking control of your money and your future. We then moved on to creating a realistic and achievable plan. This step is crucial, because without a plan, saving can seem like a daunting task. By breaking it down into manageable chunks, we make the journey less intimidating and more achievable. Sticking to the plan was our next stop. It's easy to be swayed by temptations, but remember, consistency is key. Every dollar saved is a step closer to your financial goal. So whether it's cutting back on unnecessary expenses or finding ways to increase your income, every effort counts. Throughout this journey, the importance of financial discipline cannot be overstated. It's the foundation upon which successful saving is built. Without it, even the most detailed plan won't help. And finally, remember that this journey is personal. Your path to saving $1,000 might look different from mine. And that's okay. What matters is that you're taking steps towards financial freedom. I hope my story inspires you to take control of your finances. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to this channel for more financial tips. And tell me, what are your money saving strategies?